Hi everyone, I'm Ishel. Today I'm going to talk about my topic, which is how to develop a personal teaching philosophy in higher education. And that's the third week of the course. This was made by Future Learn. And let's start with the introduction. In first and second week, we learned what are the world philosophies and educational philosophies. And now the third week of the course, we will learn about educational psychology theories. In this third week, we will focus on psychological parts. And these are my contents. First, we will talk about from philosophical thought to psychological thought. And second, behaviorism, information processing, cognitivism, humanism, and the last one is the tools of the philosophers. And let's start with from philosophical thought to psychological thought. We know that the first inklings of psychology came out of philosophy. In 18th, the German philosopher Wilhelm Wundt opened the first psychological laboratory, and this was starting, and the following years saw other giants such as Freud, Pavlov, Watson, Piaget, and many more. And then psychology moved from behaviorism to cognitivism, constructivism, and humanism. And now we learned that psychology came out of the philosophy. And let's continue with what is the behaviorism. It can be said that behaviorism began with the discovery of classical conditioning by the Russian psychologist Ivan Pavlov. However, behaviorism firstly was established when J.D. Watson published his paper, Psychology as the Behaviorist Views it in 1913. So Watson is known as the father of the behaviorism, and we can see his photograph in my slide. And in education, behaviorism is used to inculcate positive behaviors or elicit responses in students, such as by using reinforcement. And let's example this reinforcement. For example, praising students for for a job well done, can be considered as a positive reinforcement, while the telling students to stay back for detention class is a form of negative reinforcement. And let's talk about information processing. There is three type of this processing. First is sensory memory, other is short-term memory, and the last one long-term memory. And we can start with the sensory memory. You can see this in this photograph. The sensory register begins with the five senses. Its capacity for holding information is large. However, its potential to retain information is for a short amount of time, very short, and that is so short that usually no more than 1 second. And the other is short-term memory. The capacity of the short-term memory is not very large. The information that enters the short-term memory lasts for less than 30 seconds, unless the information is attended to within that time frame. And the last one is long-term memory. The information processed in the short-term memory will be transferred or encoded to long-term memory, which has limitless capacity. And there is other philosophy, cognitivism, or we can say constructivism. Both of them used for this. And constructivism, or cognitivism is a theory that explains how knowledge is constructed by learners. And learners build new knowledge upon existing prior knowledge. And there is two men, which is the fathers of the cognitivism, which Piaget and Vygotsky. And there is their thought too, of course. Jean Piaget is the cognitive constructivism. Its idea is based upon where new information learned is connected to be knowledge that they already know. And while Lewandowski is saying that um, uh, he's saying that there is a social constructivism, and when and that is which is explains learning as a collaborative process, and that knowledge is collaborating constructed through interactions with peers and more knowledgeable for others. And and sorry, in cognitivism, of course, learners are active participants, and there is humanism. Humanism, in many ways, is a construct to behaviorism and constructivism. Humanism is a totally student-centered. And humanism says that individuals' behavior is connected to self-image and inner feelings. And there is a theory, humanistic theory, suggests that if an individual needs are fulfilled, the individual has a potential to make contribution to society and be a good citizen. And the theory suggests a pyramid of needs. We can say it in my presentation. There is three main needs. First is basic needs, which is uh, safety, psychological, and the others are psychological needs, and the last one is self-fulfillment needs, which is including creative activities. And in education, learning should be self-motivated. Their ideas is that, and there is a desire for personal satisfaction and growth. And that's the last. There is the tools of the philosophers. There are three tools of the philosopher, which is metaphysics or ontology. In the course, it's given us the same, like same. Metaphysics is focused on what is real, which is the question about existence and being, while epistemology focuses on how do we know, and that is doing it with knowing through experience, reason, authority, intuition, active construction. And in this time, exology focused on what is right. And we can say that ethics, aesthetics. And that was the last presentation. Uh, thank you for listening to me.